Traditionally, photographers only use flashes indoor, in the studio. But on the last years, we had a revolution on the technology of flashes, and now we are able to use them outdoors with a lot more of versatility than we used to do. Hi, I'm John Hernandez, and today I'm going to talk to you about the new Falcon Satel II flash unit. This is a battery power unit that will allow us to work like in the studio in any location. Let's see how it works. The Satel II is a new generation flash, remotely controlled, and will allow us for high-speed sync and TTL for Nikon and Canon. On top of that, you can use it with any other camera brands. Myself, I work with Hasselblad, and I will show you how to use these outdoors today. We brought the model for this. Let's go into it and let's see how it works. Right, so for today's shooting, we're going to keep it very simple. We're going to use one of the Satel II units and the sun, that's all. But to make the light more beautiful on our model, we will use a modifier, and we'll use an Octabox 110, a foldable one from Falcon. It is really a very good modifier. I'm going to show you how easy it is to set up these outdoors, because portability and easy of setup is very important for me. So this system of Falcon, it comes with a very easy opening that takes less than 30 seconds to set up the Octabox, which usually with a big Octabox it will take much longer. We have a diffuser already mounted, and now we mount the outside diffuser, and with that we will be ready to light our model. The next thing will be just to attach our Satel II unit to the Octabox, and then we are ready to go. As you can see, it takes just a couple of seconds and we have a really nice Octabox ready to shoot. I'm gonna take the Satel from its transport bag, which is pretty cool as well. Take the lid off, and then with the Bowens mount, we just have to slide it on the Bowens ring, and this is it. We're ready to put it on our light stand and start working. As you can see, it's a very easy and simple setup, and especially very quick. That's very important when we're working on location. So that's a really nice Octabox from Falcon and the Satel II. Let's start working. Right, so we're here ready to shoot. She's Carla, she's going to be my model for today to help me show you how this Satel II works. And as I told you, I shoot with one of the new Hasselblad X1D, and I use different triggers, but you can use Canon or Nikon triggers provided by Falcon, and that will give you high-speed sync and TTL in case you need it. For my kind of photography, I use the flash in manual, but the TTL and high-speed sync can be very useful for some situations. What I'm gonna do is to teach you how to do outdoor flash photography in a very simple way. It's a 5-step method, and if you follow it, you will not be able to get wrong. Let's start with it. Okay, so as you can see, today we have a really bright day here in Barcelona. It's really light on the ambient, so basically if we want to expose our model, our background will be blown out. The alternative will be to drop the exposure on the camera to get like a more blue sky, colorful background, but then our model is going to go really dark. What I'm going to do is just light her with a flash and compensate this light to make a really beautiful portrait. So as I told you, I have a method that never fails. It's very easy and very simple to follow. It's 5 steps. The first step is to compose my photo, because everything else will depend on my composition. On the second step, I'm gonna define the exposure of the background, of the ambient light itself. So I'm gonna define what the sun is gonna do in my picture. On the third step, I will decide how to light my model, how it's going to be my light setup. My fourth step is going to define the power of the flash to compensate the sun and to equilibrate it with the sun. And my last step is going to shoot. Just take photos of my model and focus on the creativity part and not on the technicals. Let's go for it. Right, so as I said, my first step is going to be to just compose my image, okay? So first of all, my image has to be something similar to this. And the picture I want to take, it should be, more or less something like that. So this would be the image I'm taking. Just forget about the exposure, just don't think about how it looks. Just take a look at what I'm going to take of the picture. Then my second step is going to be to just define what the sun is going to do in the picture. So I'm going to expose for the sun. What I want is a really beautiful blue sky. Right now I need to just go a bit higher on the shutter speed, and about 200 of a second at f8. I'm getting a good exposure, and this would be what it looks like. Take a look. This is like really nice sky, but of course Carla, it's really dark and you can barely see her face. So that's where the flash comes in and lights her. Next step, as I said, third step, is to define my light setup. I want a very soft light that evolves her, makes her look pretty. So I'm gonna use that Octabox in 45 degrees from the front of her, and that's gonna give her like a soft light transition from the light side to the shadow, and that will make it look very good. So I'm going to take my flash, I'm going to bring it very close to Carla, just about this distance. I'm going to make it a bit higher up. There we go. And I'm going to turn on the flash. Perfect. And this will be more or less the setup of my light. Right, so now the last step we're going to do is the time to set the power of the flash to balance it with the ambient. Let's take a look right now. The flash is at half power. As I said, I'm at f8, ISO 100 at 200 of a second. Let's take a look how this looks. Okay, Carla, look here please. Thank you. There you go, take a look at this. This is looking pretty good, but the thing is that the flash is really outpowering the ambient, so the pictures are not really matching. The ambient is not matching with the flash. So we have to drop the power. As you can see, it's a very powerful 600 watt unit, so half a power is already a lot of energy. I'm going to drop the power of it, and let's see how this looks when we are at a quarter. One of the good things of the Falcon Satel II is I can control the power output by thirds of a stop, so I have a really good control of how much light I'm getting. Let's try now at a quarter of the power. Let's see how this looks. Good, beautiful, Carla. Wow, this is looking much better, but still we have too much power. I'm gonna drop it even more. I'm gonna go to an 8 of power. Perfect. When I'm working with the trigger for Canon or Nikon, I can do this from the remote control. I don't have to go to the flash every time, but working with Hasselblad, I need specific triggers that don't allow me for that. Beautiful, that's much more integrated, and now the balance between the light I have on the front and the light from the background is looking much better. That will make that my picture doesn't look like a flash picture. It will look much more integrated, but still we have the three-dimensionality and the volume that the artificial light affords me. As you can see, in a very quick way, we can get and set up for an outdoor portrait, and we can start working outdoor like we never did before. That's thanks to the new technologies like the Falcon Satel II that allow us for this to do. I'm going to take some more pictures of Carla and I will show you the results at the end of the video. Well, as you just seen, we have a very versatile tool for Falcon with the Satel II TTL. If you're a user of Nikon or Canon, you even have TTL functions, and you have high-speed sync up to 1/8000 of a second. That will give you the possibility to work in any environment, in any situation, in any location. The portability of this unit is amazing, the power of 600 watts is amazing, and the simplicity of use is amazing as well. You can see now the final pictures that we finished with this shooting, and if you have any questions, leave a comment and we'll try to answer as soon as possible. Thanks for watching.